Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Triple Change Gear Earth Handle from Tomica Kizuna Gattai Earth Granner. Now basically a handle is what they call a steering wheel in Japan, so this is a steering wheel that has three modes. As you can see, obviously the steering wheel mode, but it also has a sword and gun mode, which is pretty cool. I think on the show I've seen them both use both versions, but for whatever reason Raiga primarily uses the sword and Kuga primarily uses the gun. You can kind of see that like part of it's split down the middle, half of it's red, half of it's blue. Yeah, that's just, there it is. In any case, it's kind of neat. It does have this gigantic port right here on the front where you can plug the cars in, which looks a little goofy, but other than that, I think it's pretty cool. Box art, very fun, very colorful. There you have a picture of the anime going on right there. Here are the two in their Granner forms. Pretty much the same picture there on the bottom. Over here just shows how you can turn into all three forms. Over here shows how it's compatible with the cars as well. And then again, pretty much just more of the same on this side. So not too much. It does take two AAA batteries, which are not included. I'm trying to see if that says that. Usually on Bandai products, it'll tell you somewhere that it needs batteries. I'm not really seeing that on here. Unless it's somewhere and I'm just completely missing it, but surprisingly, does it tell you on the front? Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like that would be good to know. If you got this home and you didn't have any batteries, that'd be a bummer for a kid, huh? In any case, that's enough of the packaging. I'm going to go ahead, get out of there, and we'll take a closer look. So here it is out of the packaging. I tried to balance it, but you can see what I mean by having this giant thing right here on the front. You could probably balance it like that. That doesn't look so great. In any case, here is the steering wheel. Very colorful. I think they did a nice job with the paint. You have red on one side, blue on the other. You have kind of the molding for the steering wheel. It goes around the side. Some nice hollow foil stickers here on the front. A lot of nice green paint on the front of this. And then, of course, this is your car reader, for lack of a better term. Here's the on and off switch here on the side. And the batteries actually go right here in this little compartment. You just unscrew this, put two AAA batteries right in there, pop it back on. And there you go. This is going to be part of the sword that flips out, part of the gun that flips out's over here. This handle piece swivels. We'll get into all that. But yeah, it's not huge. It's definitely like tiny. It's probably the size of like maybe, I feel like a steering wheel of a Power Wheels or something would be even bigger. But definitely tiny. So let's go ahead. We'll turn it on. So Earth Handle says its name. At this point, I have our two cars here. We'll go ahead and pop these on without transforming it at all. So the car itself says Leo. Now it's kind of misleading because the speaker for the toy is underneath the car. So it's going to sound like the car is saying some things. Some things the car is saying, like just there, Leo. When it gets louder, you can tell that is the handle. So if we hit the button... I don't think these sounds are unique to equipping it to this. I think it's just if you have it connected, but I'm not 100% sure. There is a button over here that you can press. So it says Raiga's partner, Core Granner, Leo Tomica. And it's just going to keep saying that over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. If you hit it without anything connected, I don't know why it takes so long in between. So pretty much between the revving up sound and the honking sound just kind of alternates between the two. So we'll go ahead and we'll pop Eagle on. So it says the same thing, Kuga's partner, Core Granner, Eagle, Tomica. So, and as far as I can tell, there's no release or anything. I think you just pull them off. So let's go ahead. We'll do the two transformations. Basically, you're going to turn this either to the red side or to the blue side. So if we go ahead and we turn it to the red side. So it says handle sword. You come around to the back, you flip this out. Then you grab a hold of this little tab here and pop the blade out. You come here, you see that there's a little button right here that you push in, and you have to push it all the way in, and that loosens it so that you can flip that around. And there you go. That is the sword. So it's not incredibly long. It's definitely short, especially, I would say it's short even by like Japanese roleplay toy standards. But if you press the trigger, or I guess this button is considered the trigger, so you kind of get some like sword swinging, slashing sounds, which is pretty cool. If you go ahead and connect a car now, then it'll keep doing this till you hit the trigger again. So that's kind of cool. I think that's neat. If you attach the car, you get kind of like a powered up final attack. We'll go ahead and turn that off, take that off of there. So I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's definitely not long by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a decent little sword toy. So you just push this back in, flip this underneath, hold the button down, and then swivel that back around, and then move that back into the center, and then you're kind of back to the handle mode, and next we'll check out the gun. So all you do is now turn it to the other side. You're going to come here, this little black piece here is going to pop out. Once again, you're going to come around to the back, grab the little tab, push this all the way out, and then once again you're going to push this down to release and swivel it around, and now you have the gun. So once again, you know, kind of silly looking, but I think it gets the job done. Obviously you don't need the gun to look that long, but it almost kind of looks like this is the gun and the rest of this is just hanging out. But again, if you hit the trigger, so it really just cycles through those couple gun sounds. But if we go ahead and attach the car, so it says Eagle handle gun. Now, if you take this off, if you want to mix and match, you can use Leo. So the sound effects aren't really any different. It's just the car saying Leo, then the toy saying handle gun. So you can mix and match, but you're not really going to hear any different sounds. Combinations don't make different sounds. It's just whatever the car says plus whatever the configuration says. So whatever car will say its name, and then the toy in this configuration will say handle gun, and make the, you know, final attack explosion sounds. But it's not like you're going to trigger different sounds from the toy. You know, like, I don't think this is a reader, let's put it that way. I think it just prompts the car to say whatever sounds it would say, and then the toy will say whatever sounds it would say, and then, you know, you're making new combinations by mix and matching, but it's not reading the car and then giving different sounds from the toy itself, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead, close this back up, push this in, rotate that back in, and then put that back towards the middle. So I kind of just wanted to show off real quick, you know, kind of expanding on the point I just made about the cars not really pulling any extra sounds from this. It's just the mixing and matching of sounds. As far as I can tell, all of the red cars are the same in this. You know, actually, now that I think about it, I might have to scratch what I just said, because I'm pretty sure that sound is coming from this. I don't think that Raiga no Aibo is coming from the car itself, because it sounds louder, and the speaker is directly underneath the car for the handle. So I might be wrong. I guess technically it is a reader, but it's just that in the, like, final attack sounds, this is going to say the same thing every time. So let's try the clear translucent one. So same thing again. Now we'll try the translucent Telebikun one. So it says Telebikun. So those are actually coming from the car. That's not coming from the handle. And of course, there's no button here, so I can't do anything with that. But that's interesting. So I think this thing, I guess, is a reader to some degree, because it will know enough to say either Raiga or Kuga, and then talk about either the Core Granner Leo or the Core Granner Eagle. But I'm guessing that's about it. I don't know if we're ever going to get any other main characters. Only time will tell. But maybe if we do, maybe they'll get their own henshin devices and their own weapons. I think this is only ever going to be for these two. Now, when we eventually get to the other forms of red and blue, like the other cars, like orange and green and white and other blue, lighter blue, I'll be interested to see what they do in here. I'm wondering if they'll have a new unique sound, or if they'll just say the same thing, Raiga no Kibo or Kuga no Kibo. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, yeah, that's about the sounds that we can get out of this. So at the end of the day, this thing's alright. It's kind of funny, though. I tried to pose it up here like this against the box, but because this control thing in the middle is so heavy, as soon as I did that, it just immediately rolled and tried to, you know, center itself. There's no great way to pose this thing in the handle mode. You're just going to have to lay it down. You could probably try to put it in either sword or gun mode and display it like that, but there's just unfortunately not going to be a great way to display this in the handle mode. This thing is just huge. I mean, obviously it's where all the electronics are stored. It's got the speaker, it reads the cars, it makes sense. But I don't know, it's, at the end of the day, it's an okay toy. I think it's something that, like, a young kid would probably have fun with. I think an adult collector would probably get bored with it pretty quick. It doesn't come with any exclusive cars, which also makes it probably an easy pass. I really wish the translucent Eagle car came with this, because, like I said, there's a combo where it's this and the changer, and that comes with the blue car. But if you buy the changer on its own, you get the translucent red car. And I just think that's a weird strategy. You're forced to choose. I really don't think they expect us to buy two changers, because who would do that? I mean, maybe if you have two kids or something and you want to get both so that they can each have one. But, you know, one normal kid who, or one adult collector who wants to pick this up is not going to need two changers. So it seems like a weird strategy to me. I don't know why they didn't just have the brace come with the red car, have this come with the blue car, and then if you want to still do the combo set that comes with both, fine. But I feel like they could have packed a car in with this to make it a little bit more worth it. As it stands right now, I would think you could probably pass on this. I think there's fun to be had, but for an adult collector, you're probably going to play with this for 5 minutes, and then you're probably going to move on. Maybe wait for a sale, something like that, if they kind of go on clearance or something towards the end of the show, or if they don't move a lot of these. I would think maybe grab one on sale. It could be a lot of fun. But at the end of the day, the fact that it doesn't have one of the gimmicks packed in with it kind of makes it an easy pass, but it doesn't mean that it isn't fun. It doesn't mean that there isn't enjoyment to be had. I think the sounds you do get are cool. I like the gun and the sword mode. They're not amazing, but to pack all that into one toy, I think what they accomplished is pretty good. I think it works. I think both forms are fairly successful, and the fact that they could get them both. Like, if it was just one or the other, I think they could have done more, but the fact that they needed to put both, I think it's successful for that. So basically, like I said, really wish a car came with it, but I wish I remembered what it cost. I don't. But I want to say probably somewhere in the area of 25 to 30 before shipping. And for that, meh, I don't think it's worth it. Like I said, if you could get it on sale for 20 or less, I think it's worth your time, but otherwise, meh, wait for a sale. You probably, or just pass altogether. I mean, like I said, I don't think it's something that every adult collector will get a whole ton of use out of. So there's that. In any case, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.